What's up, guys? Matt Brown here, FoldLines.com, talking a little Monday night football between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Dallas Cowboys. Got a couple bets in the account, so hopefully keep the streak going here for us. As always, guys, everything we do absolutely free. So please, a little bit of support on your end. Takes 2 seconds. Hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up. Do appreciate all of that. Helps more people find this channel and this here video. So as we are sitting right now, as of time of this recording, 5.5 in favor of Cincinnati on the road at Dallas. If we look at the total thing, all the way up to 50. And the reason I say all the way up to 50 is this opened at 47.5, which is where I threw it in the account. I don't think Cincinnati should be playing any games against anybody with even the slightest pulse, outside, like lower than 49, lower than that. Like, I just don't think that that's where this team sits right now. So threw that in there at 50. Now we're getting kind of up into that area where we pump the brakes at least just a little bit. But because what we get in Cincinnati is a ridiculously good offense that is going to score the football and an atrocious defense that is going to let almost anybody in the NFL. I mean, outside of like the Titans and the Bears, like anybody should be able to move the ball on Cincinnati. We are talking a pass defense, 28th EPA against, a rush defense, 29th EPA against. If we go to DVOA, pass defense DVOA, 30th in the NFL, 26th rush defense DVOA. I mean, there's just, defensive line, the adjusted line yards, 30th in the NFL. I mean, it's just every single statistic against this defense is just horrid. I mean, just atrocious. And so you get a Dallas team that comes in, sure, Cooper Rush is not Dak, but I mean, Cooper Rush has played a decent amount in the NFL. And so it's not like this is just absolutely nothing burger here for this team. If we go to the injury report, you'll see Orlando Brown is going to be out. So Micah Parsons will get a backup tackle. I imagine Cincinnati's just going to double him the whole time. And that's going to be about it. Sheldon Rankins, this illness kept him out a couple of weeks now. So I don't know what it is, but outside of that, the team is pretty much good to go. On the Dallas side of things, you can see Zach Martin is going to be out on the offensive line. You can see you got a DB that's going to be out here. And then another offensive lineman. 3 straight DMPs, questionable usually means out. So think that's where we're looking at here. Trayvon Diggs, that is going to be your true game time decision that we actually pay attention to here in this one, because 3 limiteds listed as questionable doesn't mean he's going to go, doesn't mean he's not going to go. So I think Trayvon Diggs is our true game time decision here, and certainly makes a difference at least a little bit. Not that really anyone has slowed down the Cincinnati offense, but it's like full steam ahead, triple full steam ahead if Trayvon Diggs isn't going to be out there for Dallas. Got an article over here by Eli, some of the same game parlay stuff if you want to go in and see what he's doing here in this one. For me, like I said, I played the over, but since it's gotten up to 50, why don't we just go an alternate way about doing this and go to the team totals? So basically you go in and just find the team props tab. And when you do that, this happens to be at DraftKings. I would be okay with the minus 102 at the 27.5, but 27 is such a key number when it comes to team totals that if you wanted to go the 26.5, you're paying the little bit of extra juice here, right? I mean, you're paying like an extra 23 cents, almost a full quarter, but 27 is a pretty key number, and so I get it if you don't want to go the full on 27. That said, you are getting a offense here in Cincinnati that's averaging over 28 points a game. So just something to keep in mind going up against a Dallas defense that is, again, just a shell of what it was and should be able to be had. And the other thing that's weird, because Cincinnati has such a terrible run game, but this is literally like the nut low run defense in the NFL. I mean, we're talking like rush defense EPA, they're 30 seconds, like literally dead last in the NFL. So if like the pass game is going to work no matter what, it's worked against everyone all year long for Cincinnati, but they might actually be able to run it a little bit too. So with all of that, I would come in on the team total now at this point. And like I said, I'm fine with the 27.5 at the reduced juice. If you want to pay a little bit heavier on the over 26.5. I get that if you're a little less risk averse, a little more risk averse here with all of that, but 27, a pretty key number there when it comes to totals. Another bet that I have in the account that I'm going to be looking at here, we're going to go over to receiving props. This is over at FanDuel. It's where you're going to find the best number for this one as of this recording. And we're going to head to Jake Ferguson. And Jake Ferguson did get cleared from the concussion protocol. He's missed the last 2 games. It's a concussion. It's not a leg injury. It's not a shoulder injury. It's not whatever. Like, he missed a concussion. So it's not like we're going to get a lesser version of Jake Ferguson once he steps out on the field. He's not recovering from an injury that would slow him down or anything like that. So we come over here and you kind of look at Jake Ferguson, and it's just stuff that you really, really like to see, right? I mean, 11 targets, 7 targets, 7 targets, 8 targets, 10 targets, 5 targets. I mean, this is what you really, really like to see with a number that is as low as 37.5 against a defense that is as poor as Cincinnati's is, right? And so what we're seeing here too, that's really good is, they're typically high percentage throws to him too. I mean, he's catching 7 of 7 here, 6 of 7 here, 3 of 4 here, 6 of 8 here, 7 of 10 here, 4 of 5 here. So he's getting high percentage balls thrown his way as well. He got hurt in this game, so that's why the 1-of-1 there. But and very, very rarely are we going to get 4 catches for only 24 yards, right? Very rarely 6 for 23. It's going to be more the 6 for 70, 7 for 49, 6 for 95. This is 7 for 71. That's what we're going to see here. And again, against a really poor pass defense here for Cincinnati. Cincinnati on the season as well. If you look at this, they are way down at the bottom as far as like what they give up to the tight end position. Tight ends averaging a little over 60 yards a game on this defense. So about 60.3 yards per game given up to the tight end position on the year for Cincinnati. We need 38 of those to go to Jake Ferguson. So again, I like him stepping in a game in which we have a 50 total. So should be back and forth, should be a ton of offense in this thing. It should be, if you're looking at where the spread is, right? I mean, the spread is 5.5 in favor of Cincinnati. Should at some point put the Cowboys in a negative game state, and they would have to be throwing the ball a lot more. And certainly Ferguson would be a recipient of that as well. So for me, guys, team total there on Cincinnati. Going to ride this offense until it shows us it can't be. I mean, you got to understand, like, the record's terrible. They have lost 4 games in which they have scored over 30 points, right? I mean, it's insane. And so offense has been there all year long. Just the defense has been absolutely atrocious. So team total here on this, we're going to flip over to FanDuel for Jake Ferguson, get that 37.5 in there, and get the over in the account for that. Guys, reminder, everything we do absolutely free, so please go ahead, support that channel. Do appreciate all of you guys. Up here in the right hand corner, this is the Discord. That is also absolutely free, so click on that, go in there, talk with everybody about not only this game but everything else that's going on in the sports world. College basketball has a hot chat in there. Everybody loves to talk some college basketball over in the Discord, so be sure and take advantage of getting the insight of the people who are really, really into college basketball over there as we head right into the meat of the season. Do appreciate all the support, and good luck on all your Monday Night Football bets.